7:07 p.m. Tuesday, March 26th, 2019, episode number 711 of Oh Yeah Dude. What?
Should we have just waited till 7-Eleven? No.
Damn it.
That's how honest we are. Keep it going. With the listeners, we could have just said 7-Eleven.
711 of Oh Yeah Dude. My name is Jonathan. This is Seth.
Sorry
Hello,
to-
Seth.
sorry
No,
to
no,
interrupt
not
you.
at all.
It's funny, though.
Should have.
It's funny.
If we had the.
I get.
Yeah, maybe. But then it would have been like, why did you guys
Why'd
do
you
that?
guys do that? I don't know.
Because
Seth wanted to.
Because we're bored.
This
We've
is
done it
episode-
711 times. What else are we going to fucking do?
This is episode 711 of Oh Yeah Dude, America through the eyes of two American Americans. 7-Eleven, a Japanese-owned American international
Didn't know
chain
that.
of convenience stores.
Always has been.
Didn't know that until I was so excited. I told you last week I was so excited about this episode. I wanted to look up one of my favorite stores. Japanese-owned American international convenience store.
Franchise.
What's that mean?
Meaning that you can own your own 7-Eleven.
You can own your own 7-Eleven, but it is owned.
No, I know, but I'm saying it is a franchise that you could have they're individually owned and operated.
I will buy that.
O&Os, as they call them.
Oh yeah,
Because that's why
Yeah.
I wanted you to take
To
over
do
that
it.
one.
That'd be amazing. Walk to work twice. Walk from my bedroom into the living room for this work, and walk from my living room down to my store.
But I mean,
own.
you wouldn't have to work there. You just have to.
Oh, I just own
to oversee
I
it.
could just go in. We got muscle milk.
Where's
Order
our
that muscle milk?
Where's our muscle milk shelf? But you know, because I think there's certain parameters, certain things that you have to have, but then you can kind of curate your own. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you could probably say like, you know,
Move in some like Kite Hill vegan cheese.
exactly. Be
What
like,
do you-
what? It's
What?
the
It's
neighborhood.
my store.
It's the neighborhood.
Is it though?
Well, close to the neighborhood.
As we kick off this episode, before we dive right into the comedy.
Always been Japanese owned? Came
no,
from Japan?
I think it in
Nah.
no
See?
2005 maybe it was. I don't
see.
remember. Yeah.
So it's an American.
It started, Jonathan, it's funny you ask. It started as in 1927 as Totem Stores. There was the name of it. They're headquartered in Dallas, Texas.
Now,
7-Eleven
originally,
is.
the name comes from the hours that they would keep, and then they became a 24-hour.
I stopped reading after I picked my pen up after I was
I thought
like,
you said you were excited about
Japanese
this.
owned? Well, I was so shocked by that, I had to get my bearings.
I think they used to be open from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m.
Okay.
7-Eleven. I don't know if that's true, but I thought maybe at some
7-3?
point they become
7 to 3, 3 to 11, 11 to 7. It's a country song. I don't know who sings it. One more time. 7 to 3, 3 to 11. Is that how it's 7 to 3, 3 to 11, 11 to 7.
What does that mean? Is that
work
shifts?
You just tell us about. Tell people.
I'm going to make
tickets
some
to our
live shows announcements.
7:03,
7 till 3?
7 till 3, 3 to 11, 11 to 7.
Graveyard. The 11 to 7 would be the graveyard,
Make
I guess.
sure I get the hours. I could be like so.
No, I think that sounds right.
Is that?
That sounds right.
What's
8-hour shifts.
What's the first show somebody?
Our first show is April 20th.
It's coming right. That's right around the
It's
corner.
pretty close here. Our first show's in LA in 3 years at the Lodge Room in my neighborhood in Highland Park, Los Angeles, California. Tickets are still available for the second show of the evening. Seth just showed me the poster that we got made for that. It's awesome.
Oh, it's
that Darren, Real Fun Wow, designed for us. We'll have some exclusive T-shirt, tie-dye T-shirt merch that will only be sold at that show.
Amazing.
Come celebrate our 13-year anniversary, and again, our first show in LA in 3 years.
Another 7-Eleven.
Oh, it's Kenny Chesney.
Kenny Chesney with fucking
shift work.
with fucking George Strait. A show in LA in the city that we live in. When you were a boy, did you ever dream you'd be up on that stage?
I think I did dream that I would
all
be
right.
up on that stage.
There
I
it
didn't
is.
know it would come true, that dream, but I think I certainly stood in the mirror naked, imagining it, pretending.
like curling like 10 pounds.
After that, we have a show in Ferndale in the Detroit metropolitan area at the Magic Bag.
Let me ask you this.
Yes.
When you were a boy, standing in your tidy whities with 10-pound weights,
Nude.
nude. Just backwards with your butt, doing
flexing.
like whatever these are, lats or something, trats, blats, doing that. Did you ever dream you'd be in fucking Detroit Rock City?
No.
There you go.
At the Magic Bag, we're going. Very happy to be coming back there. That's Saturday, June 22nd.
I work 7 to 3, 3 to 11, 11 to 7. I think I had it right.
You did.
Chesney dropped
Shift
a fucking
work.
banger on us.
Saturday, June 22nd in Detroit. Tickets available for that also on our website.
Bam.
Then,
Let me ask you this. When you were a boy,
Yes.
going sideways,
Looking at
doing
the-
weird, I don't know, maybe calf work, did you ever dream, nude, that you'd prowl the stage in Nolans?
I didn't. I
The
thought
way your dad did.
Maybe I thought my dad would bring me out. You know,
Maybe
for a
it was your
little-
dad's show. Let me bring out this little guy. He's 40-something.
He's gonna do some magic tricks.
Like, oh,
July 6th, Saturday, July 6th, at One-Eyed Jack's in New Orleans, Louisiana. That's 4th of July weekend.
sounds like a Nolans venue.
Come
One-Eyed
down.
Jacks.
Enjoy your independence. Enjoy the greatest city in America. Seth's first time there.
Bold statements.
In the heat of summer, and our first time ever playing a show there. So that's Saturday, July 6th. Super fucking pumped about that. And then, in new show announcements, we're adding to that summer fucking tour sketch. Returning to Brooklyn at the Murmur Ballroom. That's Saturday, July 27th in the main theater. I don't know if you guys that were with us at the Murmur last time. We played upstairs. We had a couple of shows up there. There's a
In
larger
beautiful ballroom. But this is a
this
proper...
is a legit theater downstairs that we didn't get into last time, and we will be in it this time. So it's just one show. It won't be two this time in the main room. It's a very nice theater with proper seating and all that kind of stuff.
17 Eastern Parkway.
Yeah.
Right next to Beyonce and Jay-Z. I believe they have a condo next
Yeah,
door.
they watch the show from their apartment.
Listen to at least.
We are very excited to be going back to the Murmur, and coming back to New York. So that's Saturday, July 27th. So that's it. LA 420, 622 in
Ooh.
Ferndale, 76
76
in NOLA,
Wow.
and
727.
back in Brooklyn at the Murmur Ballroom. Tickets will be available for all of those shows through our website,
Get 'em.
through the
Get 'em.
venues. Just get all
'em.
of them.
Parou's Indian Vegetarian Restaurant. 5140 Sunset Boulevard in
Uh-oh.
East Hollywood. Opened
Something
in
happened?
March of 1979. Now, I'm going to recall the birthday that we celebrated. Your birthday.
Celebrated more than one. Then.
I'm going to say I was that one. It was your 27th birthday in 2004. Correct me if I'm wrong.
You might be wrong. No, so right around there.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be 27th, maybe. Maybe.
2004, 77, 87, 97,
But you remember it was 2004?
2007? Yeah.
Okay.
Kanan Natarajan has decided to close Parou's
Crazy.
after 40 years.
Crazy.
He said, sad, but there's a time and a season for everything. So many beautiful customers like Paul McCartney, Jonathan Larroquette, came through these doors in his
Drew
official
Barrymore,
statement. Drew
Jonathan
Barrymore,
Larroquette,
Jonathan Larroquette,
Paul S. McCartney.
Joaquin Phoenix, Jonathan Larroquette. Did I said him? Did I say Benjamin Larroquette? I didn't say that. Benjamin Larroquette was at that party in 2004. So he would have been 17 years old.
Sounds about right.
I gotta sit fucking down again.
There was a few years where we would
you
go
just-
there
that was your thing.
every birthday
Peruse.
we would try and drag everyone there for their birthday.
That's Jonathan's birthday spot.
I think it was Justine's birthday spot.
Okay.
My birthday spot a couple of times.
I was Buca de Beppo, so it's different. You know,
That's because
Yeah.
you believed
You
you
thought
thought
it was
you were
Italian.
Italian.
So
Yeah, otherwise it would have been
these
like
things happen.
Tommy O'Reilly's
Yeah.
or whatever. Everyone would have been having
Oh,
corned beef and cabbage.
fuck.
Think about all that Irish meat you could have eaten
All
before you went
of
veggie
that.
if you had known.
If I had known,
Instead of just slurping pasta
said
every
all
day.
that prosciutto. Nada gabagool.
It's a beautiful restaurant. It's a big open patio, and then through these, it's
that you'll never see.
You'll never see.
Let's talk about the beauty of the place and the food.
It's also the entire inside is just literally
lush,
wall to wall pictures of gurus throughout time, and it's like
the
floor to ceiling, like everywhere you go. It's also a different type of Indian cuisine from most Indian restaurants.
It's Southern Indian, if I'm not mistaken.
I thought it was Northern Indian.
I think it's Southern Indian in East Hollywood.
East Hollywood.
Anyway, they're closed. So
is it closed?
Yeah, it's done.
Like I can't even go there and have one last fucking
one last naan.
One last what the fuck was that thing called? They had that weird potato burrito thing.
What was his name? Kanan, there's two people outside. It looks like it's Paul McCartney and Jonathan Larroquette. One last meal. The two of you, barefoot Indian style, feeding one another.
It's like a doll. It's not a doll. It's like
a doll.
Fuck, I can't remember. Dolsa? Masala dosa? No. Fuck, I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, that sucks.
But
why didn't you tell me about this sooner? Because you didn't know.
I really want to do it on the show, so it's just sorry.
I really didn't. I wanted to surprise you.
Really about the show for me. There's a time and a season for everything.
Yeah.
Kanan has told us, and he's right.
Yeah.
40 years.
That's a long run.
God. 27 years old. He's just a baby.
A wee lad. I seem to remember you and Amir sort of playing a little bit of basketball in that parking lot, actually, after one of the meals. Just a brief little kind of...
probably just game of horse where I destroyed him.
Just a little bit.
Started with a layup. Oh, he missed.
There was no basketball hoop. It was just a skills battle. It was just a...
Oh, just a dribbling battle. And when he kicked the ball out into sunset... caused that...
I also remember across the street from there was a parking lot argument that I remember reading about where the person brought out a fucking sword out of their trunk and started...
Unsheathed the sword.
Slashing at the person.
Good times.
But it was like back when that didn't happen like every other day.
Yeah.
Like now.
When you even see an unsheathed
where people like
sword.
rob fucking AMPMs with like weird spears that they've
totally.
carved and shit.
It's like no country for old men at all times. Like just people walking in. But that's an odd... What is that?
What is that? Oh.
Don't worry.
It's a weapon.
Okay, it's a weapon from a farm from 2 centuries ago. And you're on Sunset. Okay.
A new study by fuel savings app Gas Buddy has settled the debate over which city has the most aggressive drivers in America. Gas Buddy, whose app has about 70 million downloads, analyzed data from an optional feature that helps users keep track of their driving habits and gives them suggestions on how to preserve fuel. The analysts assessed the frequency of speeding, hard braking, and swift acceleration to gauge aggressiveness.
Okay.
The study, which examined the 30 largest metropolitan areas by population, concluded that these 10 cities have the most aggressive drivers.
All right, hit me.
Number 1, Los Angeles.
Okay.
Number 2, Philadelphia.
Oh, of course.
Number 3, Sacramento.
Oh, thank you.
Number 4, Hotlanta.
Aggressive.
Number 5, San Francisco.
Aggressive driving.
Number 6, San Diego. Number 7, Orlando. Number 8, Detroit. Number 9, Austin, Texas. And number 10, Las Vegas, Nevada.
Now, how did they tell this from quick acceleration?
They assessed it from frequency of speeding.
Okay. That guy's speeding.
Hard braking.
Braking's very difficult.
And swift acceleration to gauge aggressiveness. Now, the other interesting finds is that Friday is the most aggressive driving day of the week.
Definitely.
And that Wednesday is the least aggressive driving day of the week.
Oh,
I
hump
suppose
day?
because you already know you're just stuck. You're
it's the middle of the week.
Already beaten down, and you got another fucking 3 days to go.
2 days in, 2 days gone. What the fuck? Friday, though, working for that weekend.
Let's not forget, though, Los Angeles is also an enormous metropolitan area.
A lot of cars.
A lot of cars and a lot of ground to cover. So that does, to me, justify to some extent
Got to punch
the
the
hard
gas.
acceleration.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Trying to cover ground.
Yeah.
You gotta get across town.
Sometimes you got to go swift.
I
don't know. This is analysis. They crunch numbers. I listen to numbers.
They know.
Is it aggressive out there?
I would say
I tend to keep to myself,
it can be a little aggressive.
10 and 2, eyes on the road. I just fucking do my thing.
I mean, I would assume that you receive a little bit of aggression sometimes just because you're not really fit to be on the road.
They get mad.
So
Get a
they
lot
have
of
to
backlash.
get around you and sort of they sneer and look at you.
A lot of sneering.
Maybe try to run you off the road or anything,
Yeah.
that stuff like that.
But I got my little fucking slow, deep breaths there. They don't know what I'm looking at inside my whip. God, he looks
He's
real
very
chill.
seems very chill.
Why is he
Very
so
contented with this
How
snail's
is-
pace
Does
that
he
he's
drive
keeping.
The car, why would a man be driving that and look so content? There must be something probably wrong with him.
Must be
And then they just think,
Exhaust leak in the
"Ah,
car.
yeah, or that, or just like no adult man could be driving that car and look so content. There must be something else.
Something else, meaning
He's received bad news, and so
something wrong with him.
Something wrong with him. So, or a loved one. So, like, let's just
Let it rip. Let's not run him off the road.
look at him.
Look, some tragedy must have struck in
Look at him.
some way or
Just
another.
leave him alone. Just look at him. I can't hear because my window's up. Like, ugh, fucking idiot. Let me try to. I tried to condense this information for us as simply as possible. Del Taco is going to expand its Beyond Meat taco from its test run here in
Yes.
SoCal and in Oklahoma.
Which it doesn't exist at my
No.
Del Taco, but it does exist in Southern California Del Tacos,
Yes.
which I've not had it.
You're going to love it.
I don't know anyone that's had it. You've had it?
I've had it.
Where did you have it?
I had it at the, what's the one over by Hamilton High School? What's that street? Sepulveda.
Okay.
It's expanding to all 594 of their Del Taco locations nationwide.
When?
Right now, baby.
Tonight.
Tonight. Right
After
now.
the show.
Yeah, 7-Eleven. Okay. So Beyond Meat is in 33,000 grocery stores. The sausages and their Beyond Burger, because they have a deal with food service giant Sysco.
Yes.
So they're in 33,000 grocery stores. They're in 11,000 restaurants. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. They are at Carl's Jr.
Yeah.
That's about 1,500 locations. They are at TGI Fridays. That's about 900 locations. So very easily you could find that. We got that, right? And they just released a beef. They're going to do a, because they had the crumbles, but now they're going to do it like, I'm going to make a meatball. You know, it comes in like a saran wrap package. Ground
beef.
The Impossible Burger 2.0. Available at Fatburger, 200 locations. The Slider at White Castle, which we'll be getting in Detroit. Get to try that. Not available in supermarkets yet. It's in over 5,000 restaurants with its partnership with food service distributor giant Dot Foods. This is making sense, right?
I'm listening.
Thank you. It just signed its biggest restaurant partnership with Red Robin, 570 locations.
When was the last time you were in a Red Robin?
Well, Red Robin. Is that how it goes?
Yeah, but what is it? How does it? Red Robin.
Fries and pickles, friends. Red Robin. If it's not that, it should be. Fries, pickles, friends. Red Robin.
I was obsessed with the Red Robin in
if I've ever
Calabasas
been to
when
a
I was a
Red
kid.
Robin.
It was like a fun place to go.
It's like a Fuddruckers
kind of
for adults.
Yeah, it was like
Well,
like kids, like the waitresses all had like flair and like
Ooh.
would like jazz you up a little bit and like
Well, kind of like
Nick-
swingers.
nickname
Like,
you.
oh, okay.
play grab ass.
Hey,
with
Mac.
you.
Whoa. I want to go to Calabasas. They call me Mac.
They
there.
call me Pissant over there.
They call me Pissant Mac. Questlove,
Yeah, I seen that.
Impossible Philly cheesesteaks.
But that's not available anywhere.
Every Phillies home game at Citizens Bank Park this baseball season.
Doesn't count.
And 40 Live Nation concert venues across the United States starting right now.
It looked pretty good.
Look good?
I saw the pictures,
So I
but I
guess
mean, you can make
Irvine
food
is
look
a-
good. But
Hey,
that's probably
that's
good.
a job,
But
baby.
what's that vegan cheese?
Well, that's just it.
That's a lot of vegan liquidy cheese on there.
I don't know if it even is.
Oh, well then I'm in.
See.
You're not in.
Not in. Well, just because of my beef with Questlove. So,
Oh, because you and Questlove
because
have
me and Questlove have that thing.
have
You
vegan-
know, no.
vegan beef, but
vegan beef. No, it'd be beef. Not vegan beef.
Yeah, he's not a vegan.
No, he just loves that fucking.
He just supports vegan foods.
So, and we got that whole thing.
So
So that's just a
I
little.
gotta get
roundup.
my fucking Beyond Taco. That's fucking great because
Well,
I do my late night Del Taco
You're in the
runs
mix.
all the time, but I only go to one.
Fatty and Bones,
And
are
it's
gonna
like the
love
worst
that.
one on the planet. But I'll be very happy to be able to get that because normally I just get like my bean paste fucking burritos. I barely ever get any meat things there because I just don't feel good about it. The first famous Beyond Star I ever had was amazing. They've been progressively worse and worse every time I've had them.
Like everything.
Yeah, the article I was reading is about these companies that, because of the market that they're trying to break into,
Infiltrate.
they are partnering with basically all the companies they partner with are big beef. And so there's like a Tyson Foods one that's sort of pending. Some of the processing factories they use, this distribution factories, essentially they're trying to go, in order to be in the market, they're having to partner with exactly who it is that
game.
a lot of the people that
They're
are
trying to
supporting
take
the
down.
products are trying to fight. And so it's like it seems like a bit of a conflict of interest, I guess, but that there's no other way for them to do it until they could go public, which I think Beyond is attempting to do. They'd like to become.
Let's get on that. Do they have any? They don't. I don't know if they've sponsored any podcasts. They don't have any. I know there's some athletes, but they need some influencers in this game, in this space.
Great idea.
You know, in this podcasting space.
I think that's a great idea.
So you lean over like while you're doing the show, just. I'm sorry, Seth.
Just like popping fucking,
During the show, I like to fuel up with these poppers,
with
these
these
jalapeno
meatball-
Beyond poppers.
Beyond meatball poppers.
These are really killer, Seth. Could you pass me that non-dairy Ripple milk? Ripple milk from the fine folks at Ripple.
Pea protein.
Oh, is this pea protein? Yeah, Jonathan. I
This is
actually
pea milk.
I want to do a 10-minute talk about pea protein.
Here, let me drink some.
podcast. Let me read from
Let
this.
me gargle some, and then we'll talk about it.
I wrote this myself. Hello.
Hello.
I'm from Ripple. I'm Sven from Ripple.
In Pennsylvania, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania,
Questlove.
the nation's first supervised drug injection site is one step closer to opening. Officials with Safe House, the nonprofit that wants to open the site, said that the group is in negotiations to sign a lease in Kensington, a neighborhood known as the center of the city's opioid crisis.
That's going to get
Thought that there were some federal
live.
issues with that in this country.
They're going for it. It's about to go down.
They'll get shut down.
You think that'll get shut down?
Yeah.
What do you think is going to happen? It's going to pop off.
Well, or all they have to do is just for the first week that they're open, put a bunch of fucking cops out there, bust every fucking person that comes in and out, and then all them junkies will be
I
like,
ain't gonna
I
go
can't
there."
go there, I'll get popped.
Yeah.
And that'll be that.
Interesting. I mean, it's going to be.
I wish there were ones in every city.
It's going to be good. I mean, they got to work.
Definitely.
Try-
They work in Vancouver. I don't see why
Okay.
they wouldn't work in Seattle.
All right.
You know,
Let's give it a shot. I mean, what do we got to lose? What's the worst that can happen? Although we'll find out. If you're going to try, if you want to test run of something and the question is what's the worst that can happen, and you do it in Philly, you might get the answer.
you'll get the answer.
You're
but
going to get the answer. Where should we do this? Should we do this in Seattle, Portland? How about Philadelphia, where they killed that robot that was just trying to mind his own beeswax?
I think it'll be if it's done correctly.
But again, it's being done in Philly, so let's talk about it being done correctly.
They should have done it in maybe a northwestern city.
Someplace a little chiller.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's tense. But I guess it's a real
Listen, I'll tell you something.
real problem.
I've seen football games in Seattle, and I've seen football games in Philadelphia. I did not think at any point at CenturyLink Field I was going to die, but yet on my birthday 4 years ago at Lincoln Financial, 3 times, I'm going to get punched in the
I shouldn't have
face.
come here.
Going to get punched in the face.
I shouldn't have come here.
So, if you ask me, where do we put the safe house,
Dope safe house.
dope safe house? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It's going to get real.
But if it can, that's like the old
gonna
Sinatra
be
song. If you
awesome.
can make it there, you
Yeah.
can make it anywhere.
I mean, when that opens up, it's right there. Junkies like running from every direction. It's going to be a party. You say for a week, though, before the...
I just
Cops
think
have to come to
if there's
bust it.
resistance, the nonprofit somehow goes around, the local government and opens it anyway, but they don't want it there. All they have to do.
The governor is
down.
Yeah, Ed Rendell's down. It's being bankrolled by a
nonprofit
billionaire whose son died recently of a drug overdose. So
because the one in Seattle, they wanted to open the Seattle. I think that the city council or whatever shut it down. They prevented it from happening.
Okay.
Because there's still a fairly conservative underpinning in that city that just wasn't down with it.
But it pops off in Vancouver.
Yeah. And
All right.
they save it's but the numbers are because people go there, they shoot up, and if they start to OD, they just hit a button and fall back, and then they get
Narcan jumps, ninjas come up from the ceiling.
Narcan ninjas.
Boom, Narcan ninja. Can I get that job? It's $21 an hour to be a Narcan ninja.
Just sit squatting in the rafters of the
Let
building.
me get this straight. I watch movies on my laptop, and when the red button goes off, I jump out the ceiling on my rope, and one time, maybe two, boom, boom. It's $21.50 an hour. Yes, please.
Narcan ninjas would be the shit.
Fuck, man. You got to think about all the but it is going to get real around that building. Oh, so this is where we get the drugs and do the drugs? Moonwalking in to the building. Leaving the library in Kensington and walking down the hill and walking right in. Going to be a good party there.
We'll see.
I might set up shop down there.
Now, researchers have discovered what gives human sperm the strength to succeed in a race to fertilize the egg. The researchers from the University of York and Oxford discovered that a reinforcing outer layer which coats the tails of human sperm is what gives them the strength to make the powerful rhythmic strokes needed to break through the cervical mucus barrier.
One more time, I didn't hear you.
I said that there is a reinforcing...
Actually, all the way from the top.
There's a reinforcing outer layer which coats the tail of human sperm.
Yes.
And that is what gives them the strength to make the powerful rhythmic strokes needed to break through the cervical mucus barrier. Only around 15 of the 55 million sperm that embark on the treacherous journey to fertilize the egg are able to make it through the reproductive tract, where cervical mucus, which is 100 times thicker than water, forms part of one of nature's toughest selective challenges.
It's a tough club to get into.
The findings could lead to better sperm selection methods in IVF clinics, with the fittest sperm being identified under conditions that mimic nature more closely.
That's some fit sperm. It's a fit bird.
The
numbers.
Not 15.
Yeah, they make it sound like it's impossible, but it
happens constantly.
God, so much. I mean, obviously, there are probably couples listening right
who
now
are
who
struggling.
That might, but
But
let's
in
just
general.
say in general, they're making it sound difficult. Could have a baby right now. Me and you could do it in a minute.
Together?
Well, maybe not me and you, but... So they're saying hey, man, it's just only 15 out of... What is it?
15 out of 55 million.
You'd think oh, well...
That's impossible.
It's impossible.
There's only 4 babies that got born this year.
Yeah. Ever.
No.
So really...
But that's every single time.
I don't want any teenagers reading this study.
It's every squirt.
Okay.
Per squirt.
Per squirt. Reading per volume. So a teenager could read that and think, well, I love math. I'm into numbers. This is virtually impossible.
I'm in.
Don't need this.
I don't need to worry about this.
But let me change the numbers and just be 1 out of every one time.
Yeah.
So
one out of every one time, one of them gets through.
Yeah. So just don't listen to science again. Misled. So a lot of research went into crunching those numbers, but really?
But I think the numbers are less interesting or less... The main thing is that this shit on their tails is what makes them able to thrust through the mucus barrier.
So that's what we got to focus on.
That's what we got to coat our IVFs.
Our bodies.
These IVF
so we
clinics.
have the strength to carry
these
on.
potential sperm. We need to put them through a aftermarket coating system
What's the
before
strength?
we.
If I put that
on my
my
lats.
thighs and I did more squats with that lotion, really make it sound like it's hard to do. Don't think it is. See a lot of people.
Yeah. That probably aren't very good at doing a lot of other things.
Oh, the worst at everything. But it's not really hard to just do that. Twice. Got in. Really? It was 15 out of 50 billion?
Who knew?
I did on the first try.
Got it right in there.
Holy shit.
Bullseye.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm amazing. No.
No.
So many people.
Yeah.
But the numbers say
Yeah, the numbers are
difficult.
a little misleading.
Misleading science. Hey, I don't want to talk. Love science. Love science. 2019 Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards were just on, hosted by DJ Khaled. So I had Khaled hosting.
Charming host, isn't he?
Oh, he's
so good at that job.
So good. He's so
charismatic, great at reading cue cards.
Just charming.
Charming.
Winners included Chris Pratt and Adam Sandler. So for me, it was just a great night. 45-year-old man watching Mizu, drinking coffee, watching live the Nickelodeon 2019 Kids' Choice Awards. Again, windows closed because no one knows. 45-year-old man watching his three favorite people, Khaled, Pratt, Sandler, rise to the top.
Yet again.
Every year seemed to rise. Migos performed.
Weird.
Started out with Walk It, Talk It. Quavo. I like to walk around with my chain loose. She just bought a new ass but got the same boobs. Mom.
Could you explain?
8-year-olds just like loving it.
It seems like maybe it's a bit of a mature group for the kids'
Mature
choice.
themes. Stir fry. Offset comes in the kitchen. Wrist whipping like it's stir fry. Mommy. Oh, son, they're just making
they
Asian
love
inspired.
culinary arts.
They love the culinary arts. It's Quavo, tattooey. It's okay. They just, you know how on Saturdays we get the walkout and we just that's just what they're doing.
They always get the walkout.
They're always getting it out, whipping it. Ice, mommy. Pure water. Takeoff comes in. Ooh, no Master P. 10 bad bitches and they after me. One bad bitch looked like a masterpiece, mommy. It's a bad bitch. Son, sit down.
Wait, what did they do for the...
They didn't. They were trying to bleep out some things, but they were doing it on the wrong words. It was a real mess.
It's cool.
What we get for the Kids' Choice Awards? I get Migos.
If I were you, I'd get Migos.
I get Trap Superstars Migos. Okay. All right, mommy. I mean, the kids that are there, they're not like teenagers.
No,
they're like
kids.
Jonathan. They're like little people, like small.
But they must have been like
small.
loving it, right?
Oh, they were going crazy. Mommy, I'm whipping it.
Probably the other way around, right? It's probably the parents asking the kids,
Who's
like,
a bad bitch? Not you. Just
not
fucking.
you, stupid mom. Let me out of here.
Let me out of
Let me
here.
out of the stroller.
I'm out. Yeah, so they came out and they performed their hits, and the kids were, again, this was not the Teen Choice Awards.
How much does Migos get paid for a feature like that? For a performance like that? Or is that something that it's something that they do for free because it's so good, it's just really good publicity?
Do for free?
Yeah.
Hey, would you guys like to perform for free? Sure. How do we get there and when do we arrive? Free? No, they're compensated.
And you think Khaled was compensated?
Oh, God,
he doesn't do anything for free, right? Well, why do they have money? What are they? Who are the kids' choice?
Well, they're not. It's Migos, DJ Khaled, Chris Pratt, and Adam Sandler. But everyone in the audience is fucking 7.
Right.
Every year, though.
Yeah.
But every year. So I just don't understand.
So it's like a coalition, like a secret coalition.
There's something, the cabal has been formed that we just don't know about.
Yeah.
Certainly with Sandler. He's done something.
Absolutely.
I mean, he came out with like New York Knicks like basketball shorts and like walked up on stage. Whoa! Thanks again, guys. My 75th Kids' Choice Awards.
But no kid knows who he is,
Hotel
right?
Transylvania 3, baby.
Oh, damn it.
Going crazy. Saw him. The voice. Oh, mommy. Like little kids, 5, No idea. And then he starts talking, and they're like, "Ooh!" His fucking kids, dumb as fucking rocks. No offense, beautiful people.
Beautiful little people.
Dumb as shit.
Yeah. Very susceptible.
Very susceptible to Khaled and Pratt and Sandler and Magos.
It's tough.
Oh, man. She's bought a new ass, but she got the same boobs. I hate that, Mom. That's like you.
It's just like you,
It's
Mama.
just like you, Mom.
But it's like Chris Pratt is like a uber Christian. It just seems like he would be like, I can't stand by
with the Magos. I will not perform with the Magos on stage. Marrying Catherine, she is not a bad bitch. She's a good bitch. Excuse me. It's just too much happening. And there's a 45-year-old man drinking coffee, watching it live. Oh, Seth, someday.
What a treat.
Someday. The Sundance the wheel will come off, and your wish will be fulfilled. What's he doing up? Why was he driving so fast on Mulholland? I don't know. You tell me. Why was he driving around Dead Man's Curve at 54 miles an hour, top speed in a 1993 Plymouth Sundance? With wheels that he bought at Godzilla Tires on Virgil. You tell me what he was doing. I mean, you know what I'm doing.
It's like a little light rain happening.
Yeah. Wait, it was really slick that day. He has an oil leak, too, I've noticed. And I put that vid up on Instagram. He doesn't have the mirror. What do you think he was thinking? I don't know. What do you think he was thinking?
Probably late to a meeting.
Oh, he's probably late to his meeting at his agency, so he was zipping on over. Walking it, talking it.
USA Today snapshots. Most put in a full day's work into home cleaning. This is a survey of how many hours per week people put into cleaning. 21% say 1 to 2 hours cleaning.
A week.
26% say 3 to 4 hours.
Wow.
15% say 5 to 6 hours. And over 28% say more than 7 hours a week.
Dog.
This has to be people with, well, first of all, homes, houses,
multiple rooms,
and children.
Yeah. Oh, children. Filthy. Walking around with cookies from room to room.
I won't say how many I spend because it's not nearly enough. So
that's a lot of fucking cleaning. But that's what it is. Think if you had made food for 5 fucking people, like multiple times in a day. It would just be a sort of endless, like, what the fuck, yo?
Yeah.
Just Swiffer in one hand, stir fry, just whipping it in the kitchen. Once the kids are gone, of course.
28% more than 7 hours. That means more than an hour a day.
Someone who tends to the home.
Yeah.
Maybe while the spouse works and
maybe
you tend to the home and maybe the children.
But I mean, more than...
And so every day...
1 hour...
A day. Every day.
1 hour a day every day. That doesn't sound as bad as
saying
7 or more hours a week.
Except you don't do it all week, and just every Saturday.
You just spend an entire day
the whole day like, oh, wow, these kids leave a lot of cookie crumbs from room to room. We have 6 kids. Really? That's so many kids. Yeah, we have 6. 2, 5, 9, 13, and 16. How is that working out for you? Is that 6 kids or is that 5 kids? Well, you know what happened to Jim Bob. That's the thing. The kids will do it.
The kids will add... They'll add time to that.
Could you imagine? Oh, my God. Wipe your feet. None of them. Fuck you. Okay. So that's what it's come to. We had a good, for the first few years, we communicated so well. Now you're 6, you listen to Magos. I tell you to wipe your feet and you say, fuck off. I want a bad bitch. Don't talk to your father like that. Yeah. Fuck you 5 times, all 5 kids. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Sweet. Got the little one saying it. She just mimics what the other one says. All go down to the basement. Boom. Fucking.
Yeah.
Watching
Call of Duty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just watching it, not playing it, just watching it.
Fucking watching like horror movies and shit. I don't know.
It's over.
It's definitely over. It's unfortunately, we had a restaurant closing. We also lost a friend of the show, Henry Sang. Remember I told Mentioned Henry. He was working out over at the YMCA in the Sawtelle in L.A. He was 111 years old, the oldest man in the United States. They just printed his obituary today. He passed away a few weeks ago. He worked out up until the day before he died. He was at the gym like the day before. He was getting fucking so swole. Like, how much fucking protein powder can this guy at 111 just like...
Did they say what the cause of death was?
He died. He died on the elliptical. He turned it up. He was running so fast on the treadmill.
He was shot. He's robbed.
He was walking to his car and he was shot. Terrible. Well, so now.
But is there such a thing? Do they just say old age on a death certificate?
Not when you're shot.
Not when you're shot dead in the parking lot.
By bugs.
Does it just say, is there a certain point where you just die of old age?
After 60, I think. Right? I think it's after 60. Oh, 63? Fuck.
Got him.
Wow. Whew. Good run, though.
Old age.
Good run, Papa. Maybe, I don't know. That's a good question. You're talking about like a coroner. Like, what do they...
Yeah, what do they say for him? They say...
Like, oxy overdose. Henry Sang, 111 years old. Really?
Is it like, just expiration? Or what do they say? Just expired. Just...
Maybe after...
No, I'm just saying,
yeah.
In his case, if it was just pure age, that it just something stopped working, is there a way to determine like, oh, he died of heart failure, or if it's like, no, he just died, like he just
okay,
shit just
specific
wound down.
Yeah.
What do you actually die of at that point? Especially if you're not sick with pneumonia for 2 weeks and then like you're at the gym the day before and then you go to sleep and you ghost.
Yeah.
What do you say? Died of old age.
Yoked.
Died of yoke.
Got too yoked. The Y. Henry, chill. All right. C.P. Crawford. C.P., not initials. That's his name. C.P. Loving it. C.P. Crawford. 111 years old, 212 days. He was born August 25th, 1907 in Jackson, Mississippi. Never went to school. Started working when he was 4 years old, like a man. And he lives in Lansing, Illinois. It's a suburb of Chicago. He ended up working for the railroad. He ended up making his way from Mississippi to Chicago. He has some advice for us, how he has maintained, how he has lived to 111 and 212. So Henry Sang was 111, 231. C.P. Crawford today on March 26th is 111, 212. So he's
right there.
Right there. Mind your own business. So usually I take as gospel what these people say to me.
Not in this.
Can't help you there, sir. Rather die at 50 with the juicy G than live to 111 and not have it. Sorry. Can they put that on my fucking... He died of juicy G overdose. What? Yeah, he got 3 calls in a row of random juicy G, and the third one he just keeled over. Ooh! He found out about... Somebody came out of the closet that he knows. Somebody got divorced. Somebody was cheating on somebody. And then somebody's television show got canceled.
And that was it.
And then that one...
Just face planted.
He was all right. Then he went to Deadline, and he found out a show that he hate watches got canceled. And he fell out of his chair. Good kid. Yeah, I can't give that up no matter what it is.
Mind your own.
But he's like, mind your own fucking beeswax and you'll live to be 111 years old. Because you probably you can't take in extra shit.
No, you probably got to deal with just getting rid of as much as possible.
Exactly.
Not taking on as much as possible.
Yeah, you start, exactly. So he kept his mind clear, it's what he does. I hope no one at the fucking nursing home, because there's a lot of juicy G at the nursing home.
He would just ignore it.
Left and right. What happened to Helen? What do you think, CP? Oh, fuck.
I didn't know.
Really? You didn't miss her at breakfast this morning? Shit.
I wasn't paying attention. I was minding my own business.
Helen's dead? Fuck. Gotta keep on moving on. CP. because you can't. You gotta.
I mean, CP doesn't stand for anything.
No, just
it must stand. It must stand for something. It just isn't included in his name.
CP.
Like Charles Patterson, like his great-great-grandfather or something, but they just don't add that. They just call him CP, but CP stood for something.
Came from God. I got it.
His name's CP.
What are you gonna name it? Edward? Nope. It's a P.
CP. SEEPEE.
Just a quick note: that Motley Crue movie was total fucking garbage.
It's a movie? I thought it was a series.
Oh, that would have been rough because then we'd have to sit through more.
Well, I wouldn't have to sit through any of them.
You are
would.
a good man.
I watched a long trailer, relatively long trailer of it, and it just looks wicked bad.
My dear friend John Buckley, who I took with me to see Motley Crue when we went to the Hollywood Bowl. I don't think I mentioned this, but it was funny. We were standing there and he told me about that. He was straight up disgusted by this film. He was straight up disgusted. He was telling me he went, when he was 16, he went to the Capitol Center in Landover, Maryland for the Dr. Feelgood tour. 16 years old. So we're standing at the show at the Hollywood Bowl was 2014 in July. So he's standing there, he's smoking a cigarette. He's 40. He's like smoking a cigarette. We're just watching these old people do their old songs. Standing there, and he's like, he's like taking a drag off his cigarette. He's like, I smoked my first fucking cigarette at that Motley Crue show when I went. And now he's like, he was over my house last week, 45 years old. So thank you, Motley Crue, for that.
Has any member of Motley Crue weighed in about...
Oh, they love it.
They love it.
They
have to love it, right?
Love it.
It's about them.
It's about them. Oh, I'm on the screen. I love it. Do you? Really bad. So,
who's the worst in it? Who's the worst depiction of their character?
That's hard to say. Could it be Ozzy's one scene cameo?
Snorting fucking ants off the fucking...
Yeah, could it be? Is it... Probably I would go Vince or Nikki.
I was going to say Nikki from the trailer looked pretty shoddy.
I would go Nikki, who's the movie's pretty much told through his...
Right.
So really the whole point, a lot of turning to the camera, a lot of that. Like, let me tell you something. Rock and roll is fucking crazy. Like, okay. I mean, asking all the... Like, do you think this book came out 30 years ago?
Yeah,
like,
why did it take so long to make something so bad?
Not really the best time to release this film with, sort of depicting time and a place and just a little bit out of like, maybe not the...
No, it's not a good time to...
Not the best time. Jeff Tremaine, director. I don't think it's a problem. I don't think it's a problem. Do you don't think it's a problem at all? Really? You don't think it's a problem at all?
Yeah, just probably not the...
Smoked my first cigarette at
That's
really
when
I was
funny.
16 years old. Like,
here I am.
You motherfuckers. Thank you for that. Same old situation. I know.
Tell me about it.
From Landover, Maryland to Hollywood, California. I thank you for this.
Same old sitch.
Thank you for this. I'm shouting at him, that devil guy.
Yeah, the first cigarette I ever smoked was at survival camp, and now I'm here. I am.
Now you
still
are.
smoking,
Nice.
going back
Fucking RVs, van life, fucking taking classes, resuscitating. That's life.
I'm going back to survival camp now. I'm just gonna go thank them for my smoking habit.
Oh man, this whole thing, this
all
old great
'cause of
habit.
you.
Thanks,
you guys.
Doc.
All you
I
guys.
appreciate this. Yeah, dude. America through the eyes of two American Americans celebrating a Japanese-owned episode 711. Yes, thank you so much for listening. If you can, come back for episode 712 of Yeah, Dude. And right off the bat,
Red Robin.
we mention...
That's what it
Is
is.
that how it goes? Was I not doing it right?
No, you did do it right.
And how does it? Was it pickles? What was
Pickles,
it?
Dicks, and Helmet.
Pickles,
Red
Dicks, and
Robin.
Friends. What? Whoa.
Oh, there's a yum
There's
at
a
the end.
yum at the end.
Red Robin, yum.
Gross. I mean, yum.
Fucking gross.
How do they do it? God, they jingle us, and they jingle us good.
They jingle us pretty good.
They throw a yum in. That's a great idea.
Yum.
Ooh.
Yeah,
it's not
like,
really.
sounds like an African choir,
Yeah.
kind of
like Paul Simon coming in. Like, what is this?
It's Red Robin.
Shit. Yeah, Paul Simon did a whole crazy thing.
Still haven't listened to that Grateful Dead Twilight Zone fucking song.
No?
I just thought about that. Did you listen to it?
It's fucking amazing.
No, it can't be.
Jeff, is it amazing? Yeah.
Wow.
Shows in L.A. Lodge Room, April 20th, Saturday night, 4:20.
Yum.
Celebrate. Come celebrate that night with us. It's our first shows we've done in LA in 3 years. That is my sober birthday. So it's my 17 years.
Oh, that's right. It's not only
sober.
420.
17 years sober. First
not
show
only
we've done in
National
our
Marijuana
hometowns.
Day.
National Marijuana Day, I guess
Seth's
we'll call it.
sobriety.
The city that we were born and raised in, both of us, yes.
There's a lot.
So
It's going to be a blast.
one literally, one spiritually. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm just thinking about how bad that movie was.
Detroit, New Orleans.
Detroit is on Saturday
Brooklyn.
night, June 22nd, and that's going to be at the Magic Bag. Great name for a venue. Magic Bag. July 6th, 4th of July weekend in Louisiana, French Quarter, Toulouse Street, One-Eyed Jacks. Get your tickets to that show so we know that we are friends. We can hug our friends. Is that the South? Is that the South down there? I just need to know. I need to know geographically.
Absolutely.
Alligator po' boy. I'm gonna bring so many sauces. I'm gonna heat dog. I'm gonna try sauces. Ooh, Scoville levels you never even fucking imagine. Oh yeah, Scoville. And then
that's July 6th.
just added on this 2019 summer tour, Murmur Ballroom, 17 Eastern Parkway, Brooklyn, New York. That's Saturday night, July 27th. Get those tickets to those shows, and so we can get up on stage and do our show and then say, thank you so much for listening to the show as a podcast, coming to see us live or listening or watching it, which you can do if you pledge on Patreon. You would have access to, you know what? I love listening to the show. I'm actually going to dip in and want me to watch it too. You can do that. So everybody that has pledged keeps this show ad-free and gives you access to all the shows that we've done and this visual tier if it is something that you enjoy. And even if you would like to just donate just out of the kindness of your heart to say, I want to help my friends, please do that. Come back for 712. Tell a friend. Write a review on iTunes. All the old
Sure.
things. Call the voicemail, 888.
Just really tell a friend.
Who knows? Yeah.
And
who
go to
knows
the Patreon.
What works anymore? Who knows? Yeah, tell a friend. Mention it in casual conversation at a game night or lunch with people from the office or wherever you see fit. Dinner party. Hey,
Bible study.
Bible study. I got some guys. Yeah, do that. That would be a huge help. Most importantly, just come back for 712. And thank you so much. Seatbelts.
Seatbelts.